Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to walk through the fight with Ming General Liu Cheng'en in Wuchang Fallen Feathers and share the strategy that I ended up using to defeat him, which I think ended up kind of helping simplify the boss fight quite a bit. Starting off, similar to my other videos, first I'll go through the build that I used and some other important callouts, and then we'll get into the actual fight and I'll walk through and kind of demonstrate how I ended up going about this. Alright, so going through some of the menu items here, first with my weapon. So I'm continuing to stick with the Lashing Whip Longsword. Just seems to be kind of the weapon that works best for me. As I test around with some other options, I just kind of continue to stick with that. You'll notice I'm at +5, so I'll show that when I go through my skills and my build and whatnot, but I've got +5 on that as well. And then for my equipment, I'll show you what I've got equipped here, my 4 pieces, but basically just choosing whatever I had that was the highest frostbite resistance, so that's kind of how I picked those. And then my pendants, again, nothing really too special here to call out in terms of the boss, but these are what I had equipped. And then I didn't end up using any spells. There was a couple attempts where I was using some of these fire spells, but in the actual fight where I beat him, I didn't end up using spells, but you could probably throw those in if you saw an opportunity to do that as well. And then, again, I'll go through my build and my skills and whatnot, but if you want to take a look at all of my stats, I can show you everything that I had going into the fight. You'll notice I'm level 38 for context as well, but there's all my damage and resistances and stats and whatnot. And then moving over to the shrine, starting with my temper. So I've got the flame needle equipped, so I'll be using that during the fight to enhance my weapon. But I also do have the agility needle as well as the strength needle equipped as well. And then for my benedictions on my weapon, you can see what I have equipped here. Really what I want to point out though is the middle one, the obliteration might. So that'll come into play during the fight, which I'll show, but you can see here when you do an obliterate attack, it's going to get not only increase your damage, but it also grants you a point of Skyborn Might. So again, I'll kind of call that out, but if you don't have that one, you can find it near the Rebel Camp Shrine. If you head up, kind of there's a hill that you can run up, and there's this tree monster that you need to defeat, and then past him there's a tower that you can climb up, and you can find that there. So I'll be using that kind of as part of the strategy. And then finally, wrapping things up, we can take a look at all of my skill allocations and whatnot, looking at the skill tree here. So as mentioned, I was level 38 when I did this fight. If we start down the left side of the tree, I've got basically as many mana upgrades as I could get up till now. So I've got 4 points going into mana potency, and then 2 points going into mana capacity. So I've got that. And then really the remainder just kind of going down further. I've got like an additional temperance charge, unlocking that additional Acupoint slot for my strength and agility needles, and then 1 more stack of Skyborn Might. So that's the left side of the tree. And then as mentioned, most of my points are going to be going into Longsword because that's the weapon I'm using, but I do go down all the other weapon trees just to get these +5 stats. So I've got some +5 stats there. There's another +5 agility, a couple +5 stats here. So I've got those on the other weapon slots, but again, most of them are going to be in the Longsword. As mentioned, I'm +5 now. I'm getting these Strong Blade upgrades, so I've got 3 there, and then 1 or 2 additional there. But really, you can see I do kind of have most of this tree filled out, kind of going down to get these more of these +5 stats. But the 2 primary skills I'm going to be using are the Sword Saint skill to get that Skyborn Might generation, as well as Wind Force to do those quick heavy charged attacks. So that's what my skills look like, and I'll kind of explain this as I go through the fight and how I utilize all of this. Okay, so starting from the Cloudspire Outskirt Shrine, one thing you can do on your way to the arena is just grab a quick point of Skyborn Might by dodging through this mine right before the bridge. It's not a huge deal, but it does give you a little extra firepower, and then as I reach the boss wall, I activate Temperance with the Flame Needle on my weapon. After you get through the wall, he should immediately open with a triple jump attack every time, which is pretty easy to dodge if you just stay right by the entrance and let him come to you. Not only will this fill up your Skyborn Might if you can time the perfect dodges, but it also opens up an opportunity for an Obliterate attack. So ideally, you get this on the first opening attack, but as you see here, I do miss. That's not a huge deal though, as he will repeat this attack pretty frequently if you're just patient and keep your distance. So after missing that heavy charge attack on his back to stagger him and get the Obliterate, I run away and basically just keep my distance as I mentioned and wait for him to do that same move again, which he should do pretty soon afterwards. This time, as he's doing his 3 jump attacks, you'll notice I kind of rotate around him while he's in the air. Then on his final attack, I'm in good position to utilize that Wind Force skill to do a quick heavy charge attack on his back and get the Obliterate. With all of the dodges, plus that additional point I get from the Obliterate attack via the Benediction I mentioned earlier, my Skyborn Might is also full, so after that I immediately do as many heavy charge attacks while he's on the ground, again utilizing Wind Force, which should be enough to take him into Phase 2. After that, I back away again, and while he's doing this whirlwind animation, I reactivate my Flame Needle, and then wait for this sort of diving spin slash attack that he does. Like the jump attack from Phase 1, this attack is going to be our opportunity to get in another Obliterate for Phase 2. This is also a 3 dodge attack, and it's a little bit tougher to get around to his back, so it may take a few tries, but you can still chip away damage with a few normal heavy charge attacks if you've got Skyborn Might saved up. So, similar to Phase 1, if you just keep your distance and you're patient, most of his other attacks are pretty easy to avoid while you wait for him to do that spin slash again.
Not betray him.
So after a couple tries of that, I'm finally able to get a successful hit on his back to stagger and do another Obliterate attack. And just like Phase 1, I follow that with as many Wind Force heavy attacks as I can do, which is enough to deplete his health and complete the fight. So I'll leave you with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.